Bah, here we go. What's up, guys? That's not it. One more time, we'll get it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to this episode. Damn it, I'm looking at myself. Can I turn it?
No, don't touch anything. Don't touch that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to, God dang it, that's the podcast, you see? Fuck. What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. Today, you've got myself and Abel. I've moved over to the left, which apparently is the driver's seat. I didn't know that, but it feels strange, but we're gonna make it work.
I'm but a passenger in this great ride of life that we're on.
We are. It is a great ride.
You're driving.
And today, I'm gonna drive us to episode 4 of The Brave, which, if you've been watching the ones that I've done of The Brave before, I was a big fan of this show until about episode 4 is kind of where the wheels start to fall off, and you can see the big difference between productions like The Brave and SEAL Team, and why SEAL Team lasted for, like 7 seasons, and The Brave got canceled after 1. So
I can't really tell the difference, to be honest with you. I only watch this because I get to look at Anne H. in a really sexually, like, Hillary Clinton kind of way, which is pretty fun.
those pantsuits really do it for you?
That's all I get out of this, man.
Speaking about pants and clothes, though, you notice I got my Barbell Apparel shirt on. Barbell is a huge friend of the channel here, and that's why we always wear it. It's comfortable, it's amazing. They have an amazing lifetime guarantee. So if you ever size out of your clothes, you get too big, you get too small, whatever, you break something, you rip something, they will replace their clothes hassle-free, which I'm about to do because if you can't tell, I've been putting on a little bit of size, and my shorts are starting to get a little tight. So I will be making a call to Barbell to replace my shorts for a bigger size. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I've been the same size. I've been wearing the same size shorts for a while.
I'm going to be asking for some new shorts as well because I need more space, but it's for a different reason. All right, shout out to Barbell Apparel. We love those guys over there. But let's hop into episode 4 of The Brave. Ooh.
These guys look harmless.
All yellow washed.
We're in the desert.
Welcome to the Happiness Hotel.
I like her.
Definitely no mints on these pillows.
Definitely no pillows.
Oof. Looks like that guy tried to make out with an IED.
Okay, you can stop it.
All right, well.
All right, so this is what I'm talking about, where you get to see the difference in these shows.
Yeah.
When we had Tyler Gray here, and he was talking about how before filming SEAL Team, he had to call some of his friends and get some equipment rushed over.
Yeah.
So that it was realistic. You look at these guys, and you start to notice it in this show. They are out. They're in the desert. They're deployed. They've been deployed for a while. Every piece of gear they wear and every uniform they wear is brand spanking new.
Yeah.
It's like still got creases on it. Like they just popped the tags off of this stuff. And they are essentially a tier 1 unit, which means they have a ton of money. But I mean, even if you have that much money, you're not going to be wearing new stuff all the time. Like operators are creatures of habit. Like we like our kit a certain way. We get it set up the way we love it. It's worn in. Everything is like, it's been used and you can tell, and it's comfortable. And these guys, everything is brand new.
So you guys are never clean?
I mean, out here, no, you're not going to be clean. I mean, you might have a couple uniforms you'll cycle through, but you're not going to be opening up brand new uniforms and putting them on. You're not going to open up a brand new plate carrier and put it on for every mission just because you can.
How do you wash your clothes out there?
I mean, so it depends on where you're at. Certain FOBs will have laundry facilities. I've also had like extended training events and stuff where I literally had a bucket and I just like did it in the bucket.
Yeah, Mexican Pueblo style.
There you go, man. Down by the river. But yeah, otherwise you're just wearing dirty stuff and it's comfortable. You smell, you're dirty. You're not going to be like these guys. Your hair's not perfect every time.
Got the funk.
Yeah, you got the funk. It really seals in the flavor, you know?
Oh, dude, stop. Why you got to use flavor?
Oh, dude, so I remember we were doing mountain school. It was our Master Mountaineer course, which is the level 1 mountaineering course. It's in Colorado Springs, based out of there. But it's wintertime mountaineering, and we had this one SEAL with us. His name was Will. He's awesome. Talk about a lot of SEALs I worked with. I did not have the highest opinion of, but Will was a cool dude. But Will, for some reason, as cool as he was, never changed his socks. Which, if you're in the military, you always change your socks. Your socks are one thing. I hate getting my feet wet, and I hate having messed up socks.
Yeah.
And I remember we were coming back from one of our training, extended field trainings at the very end of the course, and we all hopped into, I think it was a Toyota 4Runner, and Will took his boots off and gassed out the entire truck with the stench that came out of his socks and his boots. It was
some ripe Parmigiano Reggiano.
Oh my! It was like wrenching. Like I wanted to puke. I've never smelt such a sour, just disgusting odor and stench before. Will was a great guy, awesome guy. Terrible foot smell. Terrible foot smell.
Will, wash your feet.
Yeah, wash your feet, buddy. You stop it. You see? That's why you don't chill in the middle of a fucking hallway where there's bad guys running around trying to kill you. They're looking for you. Don't sit out in the open. You've got a perfectly good hallway back here that you can get into. He still gets signal and he can talk to everybody. He doesn't need to be in the center of the hallway. So you got to see it.
That also functions as a fatal funnel.
Look at you, Abel.
Look at me go.
I'm so proud of you. This is a good example of a fatal funnel right here. They all ran into that hallway, and now they're all being channelized right there.
Up together, right in front of each other.
Old tactical Abel over here.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
He says he hates watching these shows, but he's picking stuff up.
I watch them in my free time by myself. I'm just sitting there watching the whole thing.
I can imagine like you're going around clearing the house.
Clear my house anytime.
Right there. Oh, yeah. Natasha Karam.
That's where you want it, boss.
Yeah, Natasha Karam. I like her. But what I don't like is her tactics. She came in there. You saw she put some sort of charge. It was probably a little lockbuster or something like that. So something small, maybe some det cord, just to bust the lock. Nothing too big. But one thing that they always used to tell us in all of our training with explosives, especially when you're breaching doors, is don't chase the charge.
Okay.
And so what that means is when you hit it, you're not going to be right there. That thing went off and she was right there. So that charge just went off in her face, essentially.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's... is it nitpicky? I don't know. Like, it doesn't, obviously not, because the show didn't last, but you're starting to see all these little errors here and there. SEAL team would have never done that.
Would you guys keep her from doing it because she's the only female on the team? You don't want her to fuck her face up?
Hey, girl, don't mess up your moneymaker,
is that bad to say?
And look, she is a highly trained and highly skilled operator. But that was a rookie mistake. She'll never do that again right now. She's not seeing very well at this point.
Just a quick note that nobody probably really cares about, but so with these sort of deployed, where are they right now? What's the location?
I think they're in Afghanistan.
Is it Afghanistan? Well, whether if it's Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever they happen to be deployed, they always make it overly yellow to sell the fact that they're in the desert.
Oh, the coloring?
Yeah, but it really bothers me when it takes over the entire episode. So, like, she's in a hallway right now. It would never be this yellow. If anything, it'd be more green if you're actually in natural desert lighting. Like, the sun doesn't turn yellow because there's sand outside. Like, the inside of this is still going to be the color that it is.
Yeah.
So I hate when they just wash everything out to be completely yellow because we're in the desert. And anybody who makes a movie that's in Afghanistan or about war or they're deployed, it doesn't matter where it is, it's yellow, and it bothers the shit out of me. But be more creative.
It's funny. It's like you actually go there and you're like, it's not yellow at all.
I mean, the dirt is, but like this truck is still blue. Like you're still, you're
trees
still
are
white.
green.
He's still brown. Like, look, everybody still has the same color.
It's a very colorful place.
No, sir.
This really skews your vision of the Middle East.
If it's on TV, yellow.
Yellow, okay, but let me get this clear. You want me to lock you inside of a prison riot?
Affirmative. Get it done, Preach.
We're on the move.
Apparently, you also have jaundice.
Yeah. Watch him.
Real quick.
Is that the note?
Close quarter
Part
combat
of it.
training, correct? Of course. Why? Because my instincts anticipating close quarter combat. 2 rules.
All right, so 2 notes on this one. One of them's tactical. One of them's just silly. He comes in, that stupid knee slide that he does.
Yeah.
It's like Preach's a former breakdancer or something. I don't want to know how many times they shot that until he got that knee slide right. and whose idea that was.
And not that I know anything about tactics, but wouldn't that knee slide make a lot more noise than him quietly tiptoeing through that?
It's unnecessary.
It's like
the guy behind him is just walking. He was like, it's like, you can walk, preach.
Like, okay.
I feel like he was like, he's reading the script and he's like, I got something for this.
That's almost as good as the tactical.
Oh yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's on the same level as that. My second part about this is, again, these guys are a tier 1 element. They're made up of the best. These guys came from Rangers, Delta. I think you got SEALs. People from all over have made this awesome unit. And they're sitting here and he's like, hey, you did your CQB training, right? It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
What else do you think I was doing this whole time?
Like, as the unit that they're in, CQB training is not something that you go to, like, oh, I'm going to send this guy off to go CQB training. Like, we do it as a team. You don't do it as an individual. It's not an individual test. CQB is one of those things where you, as a team, you have to gel really well. You do it to the point where I know where you're going to go. Mm-hmm. I can already know because I've trained with you enough. I know what you're going to do. You know what I'm going to do. And so I remember when we were doing our advanced urban combat course, which is very CQB heavy, at one point I got put in a stack with another team. And even though we're sister teams, like they're right across the hall from us, they're going through doing the same training as we were doing. When I got put in that stack with that other team, it was very foreign because it's the same concept, but also I didn't know those guys. I didn't gel and mesh as well with those guys. Mm-hmm. And so a team like this they're going to have so many hours in a shoot house together that it's not where he's like, oh, you did your training, right? Like, you're current on your CQB training. That's just a stupid comment. It's a stupid part for them to put into this movie. If there's any sort of advisors on this movie or this show that are, any sort of special operations, like they might have had, I don't know who was advising on this show, but they would have immediately called that out. And I feel like it's one of those moments where the director was probably like, yeah, but we need it for the story.
We need to be able to say close quarter combat.
Yeah.
And so we have to find a way to work it in.
Like, it's dumb. Like, nobody would ever say that. It wouldn't come down to that. He's been on the team. He's the new guy on the team, but he's been there long enough where they would have had multiple reps in a shoot house.
Yard. That's not far from here. We passed out on the way in. Jazz.
You got eyes on that yet?
About 100 by 300. East and west doors are clear. I got 12 Taliban prisoners breaking open crates on the far end.
Weapons?
You have my heart is what you have, girl.
I'm not sure what's in the crates.
Look, just stop.
You can get here fast enough to...
She's right there.
Yeah, she's pretty close.
They can probably hear her talking right now.
And she's not even low. She's got the standout, and she's got the sun behind her.
She's completely silhouetted. This is another, and they did this, I think, on episode 3, where there's like 2 or 3 of them up on a roof overlooking this position with a bad guy.
That was your last note on the previous episode.
Yeah, it's like the same freaking thing. Like, you're right there. You're so close. They could hear you. You can hear them. You're completely silhouetted.
But look at the shot, though. I mean, that's a beautiful shot. They got the sun illuminating her hair. You got it right behind the gun. Everything's silhouetted, right? Which we love in cinematography. It looks amazing. It color grades beautifully.
It's a beautiful shot for everybody on the ground that has a rifle in their hand.
Sacrifices need to be made.
They look up. They're like, "Oh, that's awesome!" Pop, 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 pop.
It's like, hey, bro, she got shot in the head, but that was a beautiful shot.
You should have seen her.
Really good.
Her hair was blowing in the wind.
The drone loved it.
Her head's gone now. But yeah, it's unrealistic.
Head straight down the hallway. Take the last left.
The door on the left is the HVAC room.
It's just silly.
It is.
It's a solid door, Top. We're gonna need explosives.
More of that.
Yeah, all right. So that guy, I don't know, I forget what his name is, but he's like the Bravo on the team, which is the weapons guy, which is what Sean is. Because they always, the term or the thing that people say is like, oh, Bravo smash, because they're just like big dumb animals, and they always just want to break everything and shoot everything.
Blow the door up instead of just checking.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're gonna need explosives, Top. And Top's just like, or just open the door. And that was actually one thing that they taught us when we were doing all of our like breaching training and stuff. Is they're like, hey, so it's very focused on how to defeat a door. So whether you're gonna do an explosive breach, or if you're gonna do a ballistic breach, which is like a shotgun where you shoot the door, depending on what it's constructed out of. or if you're gonna bring out a quickie saw or whatever. And they're always like, but first, given the tactical situation, maybe just check the doorknob and see if it's unlocked. Given, you know, if it's one of those, especially if you need to be silent or whatever, then just kind of check it and see if it's locked.
Maybe have the lady who's not doing anything besides walking around like she's going for coffee open the door behind it so that he can still hold his gun and not have to be one-handed.
Right, exactly. So, I mean,
you're the big boss, right? He's like turning, like walking by it, and she's all, doesn't even look right. She didn't even look. She just walked.
Just completely aloof.
Like, she's just standing there. I'd be terrified. I'd be like, should I not be holding something? Like, should I just be...
Can I have a gun? Like, you guys got all these guns. Can I have one?
I would have at least tact rolled through that whole thing, so I would have been a harder target to hit besides just, like, walking.
Tact roll, knee slide. Tact roll, knee slide. I'm so chapped.
I'll be right back.
It's pretty bad. I think he got shot in the artery.
Fix it.
Fix it.
Stay there.
Not no more.
Stay there.
You stick with me.
All right. You can pause it.
Put that down, buddy.
All right, so what we didn't see, if you back up like a minute, they're going through this hallway and gunfire breaks out and this guy gets shot.
Okay.
And you can immediately see it's right here in the leg, right? And so I'm going to put my medic hat back on because I used to be a medic in the regular army.
Main artery.
And so one of the first things you learn, if somebody gets shot right here, my main concern is they got hit in an artery.
Yeah.
Your femoral artery goes down there. That is like one of the main blood vessels in your body. If you sever that femoral artery, like completely sever that, God dang it, stop it. If you completely sever your femoral artery, it's like 90 seconds till you bleed out.
Yeah.
And they're just like walking with the guy. Like normally you're going to have a tourniquet on your body somewhere. You just pull it out. You're taught to put it as high as possible and as tight as possible just to stop that bleed. They're continuing walking with the guy. They get him here and he's like, yeah, I think it got the artery. And she's like, fix it. And then this goes on. The scene goes on for another like 45, 50 seconds.
Yeah.
The whole time, like this guy would have been dead a while ago. They need this guy for intel. He would have bled out long before they even got to this point.
Yeah.
And so the fact that they're just nonchalantly just not even concerned with an arterial bleed just wouldn't happen. That's one of the main things. Like even regular, like you don't even have to be a medic. Regular soldiers go through their TCC, which is Tactical Combat Casualty Care.
Yeah.
Military loves their stupid acronyms. But that's the first thing you learn is high and tight on a tourniquet. You get shot in the arm, even if I can see it's right here, tourniquet's going all the way up here. You get shot in the leg, tourniquet's going all the way up here. The first thing you're doing is a tourniquet. This guy's dead.
Nuh-uh.
Good luck. I don't even know what it is. She's like, fix it. I don't even know what he pulled out. He pulled out like a stick or something and like shoved it in his leg.
Oh, he's been keystering it the whole time. He just pushed it out right now. He's got a screwdriver or something.
I'm telling you, this guy would be the Bravo on this
He's gonna get her with a fucking sickle.
Let me die without my secret.
He's still holding on.
You're the good guys, remember?
Oh, wake up. Wake up. Wait, come on. Come on. Get cover.
Okay, we can stop. You've never been in one of these, right? You didn't get in one in 20th Group. I don't think they had one, right? The Humvee?
War?
No.
I thought we knew each other,
War?
Curtis. No, I didn't get anyone. They didn't have them there.
These guys are not going to get out. They crashed probably doing 45 miles an hour, come to a complete stop. The inside of these Humvees it's not built for comfort and it's not built for crash survivability.
Oh, okay.
Everything inside of these is steel. Everything has sharp edges. Like they don't round any edges. There'll be complete like metal boxes in there. They're not wearing seatbelts. Every last one of these guys is going to be jacked up. Their knees are all gone. There's no way that they're going to get out of this and continue just to run around like nothing happened.
Hey, man, there's insurance issues in the military. They need to make sure if you guys crash, you guys are all dead.
Exactly. That's basically what it is. We used to, my first unit in the Army, we had 113s, which for everybody who was in the early Iraq days, you'll probably remember the 113s. It's this small tracked vehicle. But when you're inside of these things, it's the same way. It's like everything is designed to injure you. Like everything is steel. Everything is like nothing's padded. Everything's sharp. And it's like you're rolling around. And you're like, if we flip over in this thing, we're all getting jacked up. There's no way you're not getting hurt. And so the fact that they come to a complete stop from 30, 40 miles an hour, and they're all just like, like, no freaking way, dude. All right, so that was episode 4 of The Brave. I was a fan of this show, like I've said many times, but around this episode is where it started to lose me. Make sure you watch out for the next one that we do, because episode 5 is basically when the wheels completely fall off. But I think, you know, it's no surprise that this show didn't get picked up again. It had potential, just veered a little too far to the left. All right, guys. Anyways, we'll see you on the next one.